So let's move on to the next question, guys. In this question, we are given that we have to find the greatest area of a triangle, right? And in that triangle, one vertex of the triangle is at the center of the circle and the other two vertices of the triangle are on the circle, right? And the radius of the circle is given to be 1. Okay, so let's make a figure, for example, right? Doesn't really matter, so we just, for example, make a normal case, right? In this circle, for example, this is the center, right? And the radius is 1. So this is 1, for example, right? The radius is given to be 1. What else do we know? That one vertex is at the center of the circle. That means this is one vertex, right? And the other two vertices are on the circle, right? So let's assume one vertex is this and the other vertex is this, right? We can assume anything, like anywhere on the circle. So what does the triangle look like? We can see that the triangle is something like this, right? Okay. Or what else can be the triangle? For example, if we have two vertices over here, right? So one triangle can be this, for example. So there can be a lot of triangles where the vertex is at the center and the other two vertices are on the circle, right? But the point over here is that we know that what is this length? This is 1 because this is the radius, right? Similarly, what is this length? This is also 1, right? So this is 1, this is also 1, right? Or if we talk about this triangle, what is this side of the triangle? This is 1, right? Because the radius of the circle. Similarly, this is also 1, this side. So the point is over here that we know that we have a triangle, right? For example, this is a triangle, this is a triangle. So we have a triangle, let's suppose, right? And we know two sides of the triangle. One side is 1 and the other side is also 1, right? Any triangle. So if we take any 2 points on the circle, what do we know for sure? That two sides of the triangle will be 1, which is equal to the radius of the circle. For example, if we take 1 point over here, we take 1 point over here, then what will the triangle look like? The triangle will look like something like this, right? Even in this case, one side of the triangle is this, which is equal to 1, the radius of the circle, and the other side of the triangle is this, which is again equal to the radius of the circle, right? So in any case we take, we know two things for sure, that two sides of the triangle will be equal to 1, right? And we have to find the greatest possible area of the triangle. Now tell me one thing, what is the formula for calculating the area of the triangle? We know one formula is half into base into height, but we also have one more formula, that area of a triangle is equals to half into AB sine theta, right? What this means is that, for example, we have a triangle, right? And we have two sides, one side is A and the other side is B. And if this angle is theta, the angle between the two known sides of the triangle is theta, then this triangle's area will be equal to half into AB into sine theta, right? Okay, so that is why we are using the formula. Why? Because we know two sides of the triangle. So whenever you know any two sides of a triangle, you have to use this formula, right? Okay, so tell me one thing, if we know these two sides and if we assume this angle is theta, for example, in this case, this angle is theta, this angle is theta, or this angle is theta, because we know these two sides, these two sides, these two sides. So what does the area become? The area becomes half into, what is A into B? 1 into 1, which is 1 into sine theta, right? Now, because we have to calculate the maximum area of a triangle, that means basically we have to maximize this, right? Okay, so what is the variable over here? This is constant. The only variable over here is sine theta. That means the higher the value of sine theta, the higher will be the area. So if we have to calculate the maximum area, we have to calculate the maximum value of sine theta, right? And we also know that the maximum possible value of sine theta is 1, right? Because sine 90, for example, is equals to 1. So if you see the value of sine theta, the maximum possible value can only be 1. And since we have to find the maximum area, we'll take the maximum value. So we will have some kind of triangle on the circle where the value of theta will be 90, therefore making sine theta equal to 1. So the maximum area becomes half into 1 into 1. So your area basically is 1 upon 2. This is the maximum area of a triangle with one vertex at the center and the other two vertices on the circle. So your answer is half, 1 by 2. I hope this should be clear.